Are you ready? The Orangemen are back, and we're ready to kick off this October
Fest.
Do you see what Dave's shirt says? It says it's okay to be American. Support yourself. Be prideful. We love you. Dave, we just spent about an hour and a half to 2 hours at Oktoberfest of Bethlehem.
Wasting time.
I just gave up where the bunker was, but that's fine.
They're not coming.
We're in the region of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Let me tell you there, fella. Had a good time. Drinking beers. And then you know what we did else? We drank some more beers. And then you know what else happened? We drank some more beers.
And guess what else we're going to do?
We came back here and we're going to drink some more beers.
Amen.
You know, I've been trying not to drink on the podcast lately, but I haven't been on the podcast lately. Let's go.
Well, I vowed to drink not anymore.
In case you didn't know it, I'm where I'm at, and Dave's where he's at.
Yeah,
he's on that screen, and I'm over here,
and I'm over here.
Look,
just looks that way.
Watch your elbow, bro. It's in my space. Yeah, hey,
we're actually together.
No me toques. Oh, you're picking Donald's nose. Yes. I don't know if you know, but Nuclear MAGA. Thank you.
There it is.
Thank you.
I kept hitting the wrong button.
Thank you, people over there on the.
We need a guy to run the soundboard.
Right.
All right, I got some great videos. I want to talk about this wall.
I am completely sorry about that.
The Trump's wall. What, the burps?
That was totally
cool. It's okay. That's where we are. Listen, we're just here for the fun, man. We're not here for no other reason. We don't make money. We don't make sense. See what I did there?
Money and sense.
Yeah, we don't
right. I got you.
We don't get clicks. We don't get views. We just do it because we do it. This is all it's about. It's not about anything other than getting the truth out there somehow, some way, hoping somebody
out there is listening and paying attention
and catches on and says, "Hey, wait a minute, let me
you.
think about." Just trying to get people to think for themselves.
Listen, I just before we get into these clips and stuff, and welcome back. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be together with you tonight, Dave.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, you know what? We were around a bunch of extremists, it appears, because I saw a lot of whites.
There was a lot of white
people.
The
whites.
A lot of white people.
A lot of whites at Oktoberfest. I mean, I was surrounded by whites.
Yeah.
And,
but I got to tell you,
I don't know if they're extremists or they were just drinkers having a good time, living their lives.
Really, you couldn't tell the difference?
Well, nobody was fighting.
Well, there was no looting.
I saw a bunch
of shooting.
I saw women fighting or arguing with their boyfriends. Yeah.
You know how white women are.
Yeah.
Nothing's ever right for them.
Right. You didn't feed me. Bitch, it's 10:30.
I've been drinking all day. Now I got to feed you. It's my
We've been here since 4.
When yeah, right. When did it become my responsibility to feed you?
I need a water.
What happened?
No fucking joke.
What happened?
You've been paring down these 22-ounce Vizzies since 5 p.m.
And now I got to feed your ass.
Right.
What happened to women's liberation?
We got to wait in this line.
Don't women feed themselves anymore? The hell, man.
I'm leaving. I know dude was like, goodbye.
Oh, no. He was cool, though. He just kind of kept his cool. I'd have been like, bitch,
there's a couple of dudes like that. And it was, listen, I don't mind being around drunk people, but
drunken white women are the worst.
That was a lot of drunken white people. I was waiting for the...
Well, it's Oktoberfest.
I was waiting for the guy with the AR-15 to just pop up and go, surprise, motherfuckers!
Were you?
But he didn't happen.
He didn't show up.
No, he didn't show up. Not while we were there. But
all right. Well, that wasn't.
All jokes aside, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
All jokes aside, what I was trying to say is that I'm glad to be back. I'm glad that we're doing this. We are close to our. We surpassed our 3-year reunion of doing this crazy ass podcast.
Surpassed?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Because it was in September. Was our
Right.
3 years. So we missed, due to my lack of, showing up. But we're on 3 years of doing this podcast. It's been a fun time. I mean, we've had our ups and downs, deletions and completions.
A lot of deletions.
Yeah, and we certain. We were on Roku and we weren't. Now we're not. So we're still trying to build. So if you like what we do with our our sense of humor, so to speak, and the way we present the news of the week to you, we appreciate it if you would just.
I don't know if that's what we do, but
What do we do?
do we present the news of the week?
Well, the weeks maybe.
Okay.
No,
Whatever. It's fine. Whatever.
We give our views on the latest
Right, so let's do it.
entertainment. I'm
Let's
just
give
trying to
some
tell
views.
people to like, hey, give us a thumbs up, give us a like, give us a rumble. We're on Rumble. Give us a little fist bump, whatever it
Okay.
is.
What is a rumble?
It's a little boxing glove thing. On
I know,
Rumble.
but what does it do?
I don't know.
Remember when we first got on Rumble, we were doing like really good. And
Well, we were doing
Getting these
really good
boxing
everywhere, and then you had to post the American flag, and now.
I know.
Did you know?
Did I
If
know?
you curse 7 seconds into a YouTube video, they automatically yellow flag your video.
Really?
So, fuck it. We're done.
Really?
Yeah.
I
7
noticed a lot of
seconds.
people beep out their curse words.
Yeah, well, it's because AI. Remember, we talked about that a couple of episodes ago where the AI transcribes your videos,
Mhm.
and then they go through and go, oh, you said vaccine, Fauci, and masks. You're done. So I just said it. So start it over. Let's
No.
kick it off.
I'm not worried about YouTube.
But no, for real. What I'm trying to say is, hit some of the links. We're on all kinds of podcast platforms. We appreciate you. We appreciate everybody that follows, likes, and subscribes. Our Instagram accounts, because we have multiple. Because Dave has a couple, I have a couple. We have Twitter accounts.
It makes it hard to follow people when they're on so many things.
Yeah, but we need to do it because that's the only way we can keep on like posting the messages.
The only way we can keep on keeping on.
Yeah, so
Okay. I got you.
share what we share, and
Can I play Kareem KJP?
All right, I'll get off my high horse now. I'm sorry.
Get off your fucking high horse.
I'm gonna drink this beer.
Drink it, please.
Play KGB.
KGB or it's KJP?
KJB. Noodle ramen hair, whatever.
Noodle ramen hair. Okay.
Let's do it. She's my favorite.
Rita, just want to follow up very quickly. You said that it's
She's
not
10
new, but
times
to be
better
clear,
than
that this
the
was
redhead.
posted on the Federal Register overnight on October 4th. So,
Yep.
just to be clear about this, the president earlier today said that he was asked, does the border wall work? He said no. But in this statement that was posted within the last 24 hours, the Department of Homeland Security Secretary says there is presently an acute and immediate need to construct physical barriers and roads in the vicinity of the border of the United States in order to prevent unlawful entries into the United States. So who's right? The statement from the DHS Secretary overnight or the President's comments today saying they don't work?
So a couple of things. Yes, it showed up on the register today, but the announcement, this is not new. This is from 6 months
Well,
ago.
it is new because the waiving of the laws actually didn't happen.
But
overnight.
this is something that was out back, that the DHS was put out back in 6 months ago.
Well,
So
wait,
and now
wait,
they announced,
Did they
no,
waive the laws 6 months ago?
well, what I'm saying is DHS announced this back in June that the agency would do so. They actually said that they would do that back
They
in
moved forward
DHS.
with it today, but the initial announcement was 6 months ago by waiving the laws. So that's what's new today. Understood. So
Yes.
the statement when
Just
he
wanna
says
make sure we're
presently
clear on
was
that.
filed. So when he said there is presently, are you saying when he says there is presently, he was referring to 6 months ago or referring to the date of which it was filed?
What I can
10/4?
tell you is DHS announced this back in June, that they were going to move forward with this.
Okay.
Shout out to Mr. Producer Media. Follow him on Rumble. He's got all kinds of good clips. But go ahead. What do you got?
first of all,
right.
Hold on, because there's more.
You gotta go back and listen.
Well, I think the policy is collapsing, and it's a disaster. And I don't believe a word of it. I think they're pretending. I think they're trying to pretend they give a damn because, look, blue states are finally seeing the consequences of this. You've got blue mayors. You've got Eric Adams in New York saying that illegal immigration is destroying New York City. They've had about 110,000 illegal immigrants, and that's destroying New York City. Well, what the heck do you think 7.6 million has done to Texas and the other border states? And so they're experiencing now what we've been seeing for a long time, which is this is a crisis. It's out of control. But I do not believe for a minute Joe Biden wants to fix it. I think this is all window dressing to pretend he cares. His objective is he wants even more illegal immigrants.
Yeah, that's definitely the objective. But to go and start off by saying we have to build the wall now because we're forced to by law because the money was appropriated.
That's what the money was appropriated for, and we couldn't transfer it into something that we wanted it to be used for.
But how much of the wall was appropriated? How much money for how much wall was appropriated? Because when he first took office, they built no wall. So he broke the law then.
Who?
Biden.
Okay.
Right?
I guess, yeah. I know.
But what law did he break?
So what?
There is no law.
What are you asking? What are you saying?
So I'm saying.
So what happened was
building the wall because they need the wall because the wall fucking works.
Well, I think I think what Ted Cruz just said there is what they're trying to do. They're trying to change Chicago because those people are pissed off. New York, those people are pissed off. Michigan, because the shit's bleeding into their city, they're pissed off. So I think what they're trying to say is like, well, so here's what happened. Trump built 54 miles of new wall, right? Which is that fucking 18-foot, slotted wall.
Yeah.
He also repaired 324 miles, repaired 300. Now, not with that same wall, but within gaps and everything else, he repaired 324 miles. So I think what's happening is that because what happened was Trump was appropriated those funds, and we saw it where people were saying like, yo, this shit, the materials and everything else is just sitting here. What people forget to fail, and another thing, like we said earlier, was people fail to realize is that Trump's a businessman. And what he did was he had paid for the wall products to be made already. He had contracts made for the people that were supposed to put up the wall.
Right.
Were already paid for.
Right.
Already. So what happened was Biden came in and shut it down, but those people were already paid to do the jobs because Trump knew that if for some chance he lost, we had already paid the people to do the walls and the materials, and Biden said, no. You can't.
Not another foot of wall.
Not another foot of wall.
So my point is, did he break the law then?
Probably. But the thing is now is that.
But what happened to him if he broke the law?
Well, he should be fucking hanging.
Yeah, but nothing happened.
He should be hanging from a tree.
But he owns the DOJ. So.
Right.
So if he broke the law then, nothing happened.
Right.
What's different now?
Well, because he wants to show that he as much as it pains him, it pains me to build the wall. But Chicago and New York, my two biggest cities that I need to reel you back in. I need to reel you back in.
Yeah, but he's not.
I'm going to build the wall and try to calm and suppress some of these illegals.
Right, but he's not taking responsibility for building the wall.
Because he's blaming that he has to do it because of the Trump era.
How does that help anybody? And how
does it helps him? It helps him. It helps him.
It doesn't help him.
No, but we see it as it doesn't help him because we know he's lying.
Yeah, but it's 20 miles.
I know, it's not
going to do anything.
In the grand scheme of things, really isn't shit. I got you. But in Chicago and in New York, when he says, "Well, I have no choice,"
yeah, but why wouldn't he say, "Hey, listen, we're having a problem at these entry points. This
because
is a huge problem.
He ran on.
I know, but can't he just say, "Hey"? If he was a smart guy, he would say, "Hey, listen.
Well, they're not smart guys.
We have a problem.
Right.
We need to put this 20 mile section up, because some of our states and cities are being overrun.
Yeah. Well, and also
but he can't admit to that.
Well, because but yeah, you're right. He can't but he's also the way they're it's the same thing that they've been doing with the wordplay. The funds have been appropriated. We can't take those funds that have been appropriated for the wall and use them for what we wanted to use them for.
Right, but he can't.
So now we have to use them for the wall. But that's the way that's the way.
Yeah, but that's bullshit because he's been doing nothing.
I know
since he took office.
But that's the wordplay that they're saying.
Well, doesn't he realize he's making an ass out of himself?
No, because his side of the story is, I have no choice but to use this money that was appropriated for the wall, has to be used for the wall. It's out of my hands.
Okay, that part is out of his hands. It has to be used for the wall. But you don't have to build a wall. You don't have to do anything.
But
he's been doing for the past 2 years.
I know. It's out of his hands.
Right.
But to appease cities like Chicago and New York that have been overrun with illegals.
Appease them in what way?
He's saying I have no. Well, he's saying, I'm washing my hands because I have no choice but to build the wall. But he's also saying to these people, I have no choice, but we're going to build the wall. You know what I mean?
The wall's not going to do anything in a 20-mile stretch.
No, I agree with you.
They're just going to go somewhere else.
Well, they've been going to something.
Yeah, the rest of the border is wide open.
I mean,
so 20 miles is going to be like.
So I watched the video of Andy. It's a guy. He's got a big podcast, Real AF. Andy Frisella, and he had Vincent Rocco Vargas on, who was an ex-Border Patrol guy. He's a fucking actor now. He's a great guy. What he was saying, because I actually put the video up that he was talking about. Which was funny on our Instagram. And he said, because there's a video of a guy, a Border Patrol agent, cutting barbed wire,
right,
and releasing he wasn't telling people to come in. So what that's
the law though.
The fact that what he was saying, yeah, you're right. With the fact that what he was saying was that video, he got a whole bunch of shit for, and he's like, why are they letting him in? He's like. What he was saying, and it made sense to me after the fact. I felt the same way. Why are we letting these people in? What he was saying was, Border Patrol is a deterrent. If you're here, we have to allow you to come here. You're on our grounds. We will take your name, take your fingerprints. And then we'll hand you into the detainment centers. You need to go to court, this, and this. He's like, they're not shooting people at the border. Border Patrol isn't that. That's not their job. He's like, if you make landfall here, we have to help you. We are humanitarian. Yes.
Got to make sure you get across safe.
We are a humanitarian arm of the border. He's like, I get what people are saying. I understand that. And back in this time, in this era, you could do that. But you can't do that now. People are watching. People are aware. You can't just cap people in the river. That's not what's going to happen. So I understood when I watched the video, because it was the video that I posted. I posted the video. We posted the video on our Instagram. So I understood where he was coming from, and I'm not going to change. I'm not going to delete it and put this is what's actually going on. Listen, we know people that work for the Border Patrol too, and they said it sucks. Because you're stuck doing
administrative work.
What these people want you to do is outside the scope of your job.
Right.
Now, your job was then you need to deter, defect, and
deport is what it was.
And push people away. And now it's you're here. We'll sign you in.
Yeah,
we'll see you in a couple of years. Hopefully you show up for your court date. And
no one's showing up for shit.
We're sorry. But they have no, listen, they have no recourse. You're not going to get enough people to stand up against the government. Not your employer is the government. You're not going to have enough people. You're not going to have, I think what he said, there was like about 20,000 CBP, Border Protection officers. At any given time, there's probably like 30 people per sector because you have 3 shifts. You have morning, afternoon, night. So you're breaking that down over the course of like the southern border and the northern border. You're not gonna stop everybody, and we know that. But you're letting, they're letting. We have allowed 10 million plus people in this country that have gotten away. The people that haven't gotten away that we have documented, we may know who they are, but we don't know where they went. You can have an ankle monitor on them. That doesn't mean that they... Listen, I'm not a career criminal, but if you have had an ankle monitor on you and you were like...
Pretty soon we're all going to be wearing them.
I'm cutting this shit off. I'm out on my own. I'm out. I'm gone. Goodbye. You know what I mean? Like...
Well, the point is, if you like what's going on, vote for Biden.
It's not even that. It's like the direction of the country, like where I don't understand how, like we were saying earlier, like just you like your money in your pocket. Like you go to the food store, like you're shopping. Here's my thing. Like we work in Jersey. I work in Jersey. I go to Jersey Wawa's. It's the gas is $3.37. I go over the bridge at the Wawa.
It's almost $4.
It's $3.79. Now I don't understand, and they pump your gas in Jersey. So I got a guy that's being paid to pump my gas, as opposed to me getting out of my. Listen, cheaper. I got no problem. I got no problem pumping my own gas because I do it in PA anyway. But why isn't there a flat rate for that? Why isn't it like? Here's my thing too. Like in Jersey, I get my car inspected. It's a 2-year fucking inspection. I go to PA, it's a year inspection. Why is shit different state to state? It's a fucking tax. It's a fucking bullshit ass. Let's make money nonsense. Because, this toll is that. That toll is that. Listen, nothing's changed on the bridge toll, but yet over the time that I've worked over the last fucking 4 years where I've worked in Jersey, it's been $1 every year. Is the bridge gotten any better? No. Has the fucking traffic gotten any better? No. Why do I have to pay $1 more because it's the fucking year later?
What did you just say?
Exactly. I saw somebody made a good point. He's like, technology is so great, but yet
everything's more expensive.
It takes me the same amount of time to fly from New York to Germany that it did when I was in the 1940s. So what happened? Where's the technology? Are we getting better or are we getting worse? Or they don't care. They're just playing the same game. You scared me with Hillary there.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
The system of democracy at its heart is the idea that the people get to decide how we are governed.
I love
and if we no longer believe that our will is effectuated through the system, if bad actors tell us falsely that every election is stolen.
Well, he certainly interfered in our election.
Right.
And it was clear he interfered to hurt me and to help my opponent. Unprecedented interference. I was on the way to winning.
We know that Putin was intent upon helping Trump. That's no longer subject to debate. The interference with the election, Virginia just stopped using touchscreen computer voting because it's so vulnerable.
Right.
We need to look at all the voting machines. Every Secretary of State needs to be, assisted in making sure that they are not being hacked and attacked. You can run the best campaign.
Right.
You can even become
this
the
is
nominee.
On our Instagram page.
And you can have the election stolen from you.
10
He
minutes.
knows that he's an illegitimate president.
And is stolen, and that the only way an election is trustworthy is if they come out on top of it, then something, it tells you something not just about that person or that moment, it maybe wounds us as a democracy in a way that is hard to repair. What do you think about how we get better after the wounds that have been inflicted on us through this process?
Well, I think, the truth matters.
All right. You ready?
I can't.
The MAGA Republicans.
I can't deal with her.
The supporters
I
of
cannot
Donald
deal
Trump,
with her.
us, and every American like us are a threat to democracy.
Right.
There's no question about it.
Okay.
We set out to be a threat to democracy.
Right.
Because the United States of America is a representative republic. We are not a democracy.
Right.
A democracy is majority rule, people.
Well, that's what they want you to. That's what they want you to believe.
A democracy is majority rule.
That's why they want to get rid of the electoral college.
And if the majority is wrong, then we're all fucked. So we do not want a majority rule. Because if the majority says we're going to have slaves, if the majority says that women can't go to college, if the majority says that women can't drive cars, if the majority says that we have to be locked down and wear masks,
don't make too much sense.
Then we are a democracy.
Right.
We are not a democracy.
Right.
And we are a threat to democracy, and we will continue to be a threat to democracy until my dying breath. We are a representative republic. We do what's right, not cater to the majority of the people.
Correct.
Especially if they're wrong.
Okay.
So welcome to the Orange Men Podcast. A threat to democracy.
A threat.
That's it. I got to put some words to this.
Oh, we're partying tonight.
I'm going to go up and get a couple more cold beers. We're going to get a beer fridge for the bunker, by the way. Did I tell you?
Oh, shit.
Beer fridge for the bunker.
Let me tell you
Anybody wants
this.
to donate one, please do.
Let me tell you this. Hit those links. First Warrior. Get all your patriotic apparel.
Patriotic
Patriotic apparel.
I hear we got a new sponsor.
Oh, yeah. Well, I haven't. Yeah, we're working on that.
Well, give it to me.
Our.
We'll get to.
It's our Patriot Gear.
Our Patriot Gear. We'll put the links in the links.
Our Patriot Gear
in the bio.
You got Reaper Apparel, right here. Get your hoodies.
Get to everything.
These are my good friends right here.
Yeah.
Hobo Nickel Apparel Company.
Just remember,
Redcon 1, 20% off. Get your supplements, fat burners, protein powders, pre-workouts. I know you need it. You want to get rid of that end of the summer weight.
Don't you have to work out to get pre-workouts?
Probably. All that. The best thing you do is just follow us, like, and subscribe. Because, listen.
It doesn't matter because we're going to be here anyway.
We've been telling you the facts and the truth since 2020, so that's all that matters. And you know what? We love you. I was going to say something real grotesque, but I changed it.
All right.
God.
So long, gay boys.